Have you felt it? That sudden warmth right in the center of your chest? Maybe a soft wave of dizziness, an odd energy, as if someone just whispered your name but without making a sound. No, this isn't just another video. This is an awakening in disguise. And what if I told you there's a hidden point inside your body, ignored by modern medicine but honored by ancient civilizations? And when you activate that point, the impossible begins to happen. It's like invisible doors start opening. People begin to see you differently, and that sense of feeling disconnected simply fades away. But here's the strange part. This point only wakes up when you hear certain words like the ones I'm about to share. If you're a woman over 50 and you've felt the world growing quieter, colder, a little more distant, then maybe, just maybe, this is what you've been waiting for. Don't blink, because in the next few seconds, you'll hear something that might change the way you feel your body, your energy, and your soul. Drop a comment right now. I can feel it too. And watch what happens in the next few minutes. Stay until the end, and you'll understand why this signal found you today of all days. There's a place in your body no one ever taught you to use. And it's there that life begins and begins again. Behind every touch, every reflection in the mirror, every piece of clothing, there's a sacred point pulsing quietly in the center of your body, just below your sternum. It's discreet, invisible to most eyes. But for monks, healers, and spiritual masters across time, it has always been the portal of vital energy. They called it Hara. Others knew it as the lower Tantien, the center of power. It's where the impulse of life is born, the axis of balance, the core of the spirit. You've never heard about it in school, and maybe no one ever told you because this knowledge was protected, passed down quietly from generation to generation. Among initiates, almost no one speaks of it anymore, but that's about to change, because now you're about to remember. Imagine this, a single point in your body that can shift your emotions, your energy, even the vibration of your home. Yes, your environment responds to this center too, but only when it's recognized, respected, and awakened. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to show you how one simple gesture can unlock this point and begin an invisible flow of energy that changes everything. But first, you need to understand why this center holds so much power, because this isn't just some mystical concept. It's an ancient symbol, one time tried to erase, and the explanation you're about to hear might just unlock something deep inside your awareness. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It's a sacred temple built with invisible codes that respond to the energy of the universe. Since the dawn of time, spiritual masters saw the body as a map, not a physical one, but a mirror of the cosmos. Every organ, every breath, every pulse of energy carried meaning. If you close your eyes right now and gently touch your navel, you might feel a subtle vibration, a quiet memory awakening. To the sages of ancient Japan, that place was known as the Hara Dash, a point so powerful that samurai warriors trained their breath around it. to find balance in the face of death. It wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. In Tibetan Buddhism, this center is known as the Lower Tan Tian, an inner field of energy responsible for creation, inner strength, and the grounding of your living soul. It's the point where life begins, in your mother's womb. And it's also where the vital force that sustains your existence resides. But over time, this wisdom was silenced, buried under distractions, diagnoses, and endless noise. Forgotten. Have you ever noticed how, when you feel fear or anger, something tightens right there, deep in your core? It's as if your body knows that's the command center, and when it's blocked, everything feels off. Now imagine the opposite, that center, open, flowing, a subtle warmth radiating through your whole body, an invisible axis holding you steady, calm, aware, as if you were exactly where you're meant to be. No noise, no energy leaks, just presence. That's the true power of the Hara. It's not mystical, it's essential. And here's the surprising part. You've already used this center without realizing it. Every time you followed your gut, every time you felt a knot in your stomach before a big decision, every time something inside whispered, "Go," that was it. If that resonates with you, hit like right now, not just to support this channel, but to acknowledge that you still trust the wisdom that lives within you. But hold on, you still don't know how to activate this center or what ancient object can awaken the seal of abundance sleeping inside you. And that's exactly what we're about to talk about. What if I told you the key to unlocking your energy lies in something as simple as a single leaf? Yes, a leaf. But not just any leaf, a sacred one, used by kings, warriors, and sages as a symbol of victory, protection, and divine connection. I'm talking about the bay leaf, a timeless emblem that carries more than fragrance. It carries power. For centuries, people believed this leaf wasn't merely a spice. It was a spiritual seal, a conduit for awakening dormant codes within the human body, especially when placed upon the center of life, the Hara. It might sound strange, I know, but that feeling of disbelief, that's the first sign. When the ego laughs, the soul listens. Now picture this. You're in a quiet room. The lights are soft. Your breath slow and steady. You take a bay leaf, fresh or dried, and gently place it over your navel. Almost instantly, a subtle warmth begins to spread. A faint tingling stirs, as if your body recognizes what's happening. It's time. That simple, ancient gesture acts like an energetic key. It's not the leaf itself. It's the symbolic act, the intention, and the precise point where everything connects. You might feel a shiver or a sudden emotion, maybe something you can't explain, and you don't need to. True spirituality doesn't demand logic. It demands presence. Few people know this, even fewer have tried. We live in an age of excess, of noise, of hurry, of constant motion. And this ritual only answers those who are ready. Are you? Then say it out loud or type it below. I activate my seal of abundance. That simple act creates an invisible link between you, the symbol, and this frequency. It also strengthens the shared field of everyone who's doing this alongside you right now. But listen carefully. This ritual only works today. Yes, today. Because the energetic opening created by this call stays active for just one 24-hour cycle. And here's the most surprising part. The bay leaf doesn't just activate protection, it awakens something science still can't fully explain. A kind of inner realignment that changes everything from the inside out. And that is what you're about to feel next. When the bay leaf touches your life center, the unseen begins to move. Something awakens, something without a name, but with a destiny. Imagine energy as a river, silent, constant, mysterious. Now imagine that river dammed for years, even decades. Old fears, exhaustion, pain, all trapped right there in your center, and then a single leaf, placed with pure intention, becomes the key that opens the floodgate. The water flows again. The soul starts to breathe again. The bay leaf, once used by priests in ancient Greece, was a symbol of eternal victory. They called it Daphne, a living offering used to seal pacts with the gods. In the East, it was burned in rituals of purification, its smoke rising like a messenger, carrying the prayers of earth toward the sky. But what happens when this ancient symbol touches your Hara dash dash? The point of creation and rebirth within you? Something invisible begins to organize, as if a golden field starts to form, soft at first, then unmistakably real. You might feel warmth or a subtle vibration. Sometimes a wave of emotion rising from the belly like the tide. Don't resist it. That's your body saying, I remember. Close your eyes now. Take a deep breath. Touch your navel with the palm of your hand. Imagine a golden light igniting there, shining like the sun within your own being, and at the center of that light, the bay leaf, steady, silent, sacred. That image isn't just in your mind, it's vibrational. Right now, you're sending a signal to the universe, and the universe listens through symbols, not words. When you perform this gesture, you're speaking without a voice. I trust. I accept. I open my path to abundance, and something shifts within and around you, as if reality itself begins to rearrange. If you felt this truth resonate, write it now. I activate my prosperity. This comment isn't for me. It's for you. It's the verbal seal that anchors your intention. But listen, the ritual doesn't end here. It only truly begins when you understand what's been blocking your energy all along, and that obstacle lives inside you. In the next part, you'll face it. The greatest saboteur of your abundance carries your name and walks beside you silently every single day. It's not the government. It's not your boss. It's not the lack of opportunity. It's that inner voice, the one whispering that you don't deserve it, that it's not meant for you, that it'll fall apart again. You know that voice. It lives right there in the space between your desire and your courage. And the cruelest part, it wears your own skin. It speaks in your voice. It uses your memories against you. That voice lives within your hara, blocking the flow of your purest energy. Every thought of fear, doubt, or self-punishment tightens that center of power, and you feel it as anxiety, exhaustion, or that heavy weight that makes no sense. But there comes a moment when you can finally look inward, face that shadow, and say, with conviction, I see you, but you no longer rule me. That is the true ritual. Not the leaf, not the gesture, but the inner meeting with what you've been hiding from yourself. Close your eyes. Picture yourself standing in a dark room. You are at the center. In front of you stands that voice, not as a villain, but as a mirror, reflecting what still needs to be healed. Then you place the bay leaf over your navel and say, from the deepest part of your heart, I protect what is sacred within me. In that moment, the leaf becomes a shield, an energetic seal that declares, here, fear no longer commands. You might cry, you might shake, you might feel as if something ancient inside you is dying, and in a way, it is, because every ritual asks for an exchange to release what no longer serves you, to end the cycle of self-sabotage, to reclaim your own power. If this truly touched your heart, write it. Now dash. I release my fear. Let's create a wave of release, an invisible current flowing through screens, through cities, across continents. You are not alone. And now that you've faced your shadow, you're ready to make the pact, because the next step is where you'll seal the ritual, not with words, but with an eternal gesture. There comes a moment when the universe stops whispering and starts waiting, and that moment is now. You've felt it, you've understood it, you've faced what needed to be seen. Now, it's time to choose. And spiritual choices are never made with the mind. They're made with the body, with the heart, with the gesture. Take the bay leaf, hold it with both hands. Feel its texture, the firmness of its veins, that deep, ancient scent that seems to rise straight into your soul. This leaf is no longer just a leaf. It's a symbol of strength, of sovereignty, of rebirth. Take a deep breath. Lie down or sit with your spine straight. Place your left hand over your navel. Set the bay leaf gently on top of it. Then cover the leaf with your right hand. Now, stay still. The world outside keeps spinning. But here, in this moment, time stands still. Feel, visualize a golden, warm light expanding from the center of your body, radiating outward in every direction. That light seals you like an ancient pact finally being fulfilled, and within that light, repeat softly, out loud or in your mind, I trust. I activate my energy. I accept the abundance that already belongs to me. That's the language of the sacred. It doesn't need to be heard to be understood. The universe speaks in gestures. And right now, something greater recognizes you. It sees your devotion and begins moving the unseen pieces of destiny in your favor. This isn't a stage ritual. It's not a sugar-coated law of attraction. It's a return to your original design. And each time you repeat this gesture, you're telling the universe, my pact is sealed. Write it now, dash. My pact is sealed. Let that phrase live not just in this video, but in your energy. And pay attention, because in the next few days, unusual things may start to happen. Little signs, synchronicities, doors that open or close to protect you. But there's still one final step, a silent gesture that turns ritual into reality. And that's exactly what you'll discover in the next part. In the end, the real power isn't in the leaf or in the gesture. It's in the silence that follows, when everything settles, when your breath slows, and your body returns to its natural rhythm. Something shifts without making a sound. You won't see it in the mirror, but you'll feel it in your gaze, in the way you enter a room, in the kind of energy you begin to attract or repel. That's the real alchemy, remembering who you are before the world told you who to be. And now you know. The point of power was never outside you. It's always been within you, in the center of your body, in the depth of your stillness, in the clarity of your intention. The bay leaf was just a catalyst, the ritual, only a bridge. What truly transforms your life is what you choose to do after this video ends. Will you keep searching outward? Or will you start listening to what's been whispering inside you all along? Because the sacred doesn't shout, it waits. And when you finally listen, it answers. Here's the question that will echo in you for days. What changes when you stop asking for permission to be who you already are? That answer won't come right now. It will come with the mornings that follow. In the quiet decisions, in the numbers you start saying, in the boundaries you begin to draw, in the dreams that start beating again. If this video touched your heart, subscribe, but not just with a click. Do it with the intention to keep awakening, like this video, so more people can feel the call, and share it with someone you sense deep in your soul is ready for this. Now tell me in the comments, what did you feel during the ritual? Maybe it was a physical sensation, thought, a memory. This space is safe, it's sacred, it's yours. And come back tomorrow, because in the next video, you'll learn the ritual of the salt of prosperity, an ancient gesture that activates the purification of your home and your spiritual magnetism. Missing it could mean waiting an entire new cycle of energy, and you already know. The moment is now.